Animal with the Madden Mobile Red Zone. Thank you, Madden United, for everything you do in the community. This video today is geared more towards advanced skills in League vs. League. As always, these are my actual League vs. League drives. I'm going to start out with going through my philosophy on how I construct my drives. Where I find the most success is if you start out with plays that you know you can score on, and then once you get to the point where you have a few plays that you've used and tested, go back through those plays and use them again. Here with trips, corner, strike, wide receiver one, wide open in zone coverage, able to wiggle past the defenders with an easy one-play touchdown. Doesn't always work out that way, but when you can get in and score effectively with 1 or 4 plays, you are golden. One of my general practices will be to move to one side of the field or the other, depending on what kind of a play I want to set up. So for example, here on the kickoff, I'm going to stay to the left side of the hash, knowing that I'm going to be opening these drives with trips, corner, strike. That gives me an opening on the right side of the field where I have more field to play with. Now here, my wide receiver one is double covered, and there's really no move to the tight end. So I go to the little curl route instead and almost get the first. Now we'll move to a run play that's going to get us the first down, but also move us to the left side of the field, opening up quite a few different plays to the tight end, wide receiver one, things like that. Here with bunch C spot, we're going to see Ted Ginn is going to open up right away. That gives us the ability to throw a firm pass with one-on-one coverage and get an easy first down. Now that I'm on the right side of the field, I'm going to go with spread slot flags and look for Ginn again, who's going to get me to the left side of the field where I've got all that room to play. And then we see that's only a few plays, and I've already got the touchdown set up, moving into the 2-point. Okay, so here going into drive 3, I've seen a few different plays that I can cycle through. My goal is going to be to use just those plays and get the touchdown without having to get too fancy or having to choose different plays. I want to minimize my risk. So here I'm starting on the right hash, so I'm going to look towards the left. Now in looking towards the left, I missed the halfback here on the right side, but I do get Williams almost for the first down. So my next play, I'm going to look for something that opens up both a short route that'll get me the first, or a big gain if I can find Ginn, which is where I end up going on this play. Almost enough room to wiggle around the outside, but I end up going out of bounds. But then here I go with a run play again, moving me to the left side of the field to open up my next play, hopefully to get a touchdown. I know that I haven't been live countered, so I'm going to use trips, corner, strike. Looking for the touchdown here, but instead I'm blitzed, which gives me the ability to then rush to the outside with my quarterback. Now I'm within the 10-yard line, and I have lots of different options to get me the first. One of the trusted plays I use a lot is strong flood. Now here, the flex receiver is double covered. Not a very safe throw to make. That's why I dump off to the tight end instead. But now on the 5-yard line, curls is one of my go-to plays. And we see Reed come back and grab it for the touchdown. How unreal is that? Let's take another look here with a replay in the Madden Mobile Red Zone. That is pretty cool to see. A lot of times with the ball bouncing around like that, if you play this game a lot, you know that that doesn't always go your way. Now here, in a new set of drives, I'm going to go through some actual gameplay breakdown. Madden Mobile Red Zone is all about helping the players get better, and I'm going to start out with the same type of drives, and here with trips, corner, strike, all on the right side is where I want this ball to go. So right off the snap, we're going to first want to engage our offensive line with their defensive line. So here we see a straight line between the quarterback and the right tackle. This gives me time to be able to review my options. Here I see the tight end is going to be open, but that's not a very safe throw to make, and my wide receiver one is completely covered. so is my curl route. So without any options, I'm going to instead just scramble and get as far as I can and safely slide with the quarterback to avoid a fumble. Many of these decisions have to be made on the fly after the snap. You can't rely on the same look on the same play every single time that you run it. You have to be able to identify when the defense is different and what you're going to experience at that time. So with spread FL drag flipped, I'm going to see first, I want to get my tackle engaged with the defensive lineman, and that will open me up to get time for read to pop to the outside and be wide open for a pass. I use this on third down because of the high percentage completion rate. Minimizing risk means you don't want to get to a fourth down. So in this case, I'm able to get some yards after the catch and then move on. Now here, I'm going to introduce a very dangerous play in League versus League. Dangerous in the sense that you can always get a touchdown if you get the right read. Here we're going to look right above Crabtree, the defender on the very left side of the screen. As soon as I snap the ball, you see him start to engage and run to the center of the field. That's man coverage. In man coverage, you're looking for the flex receiver, which is Ted Ginn, who's going to do a flat route to the outside, which gives you the ability to throw to him, or if he's covered, you can scramble. Here, I'm able to get the catch and burn the defenders for an easy touchdown. If you guys utilize the philosophies that I'm talking about, your gameplay becomes a lot easier. Plays that you don't normally use, if you learn the reads, you can use all of the skills that I've taught you and that I teach to extend those plays, get more touchdowns. If you like what I do, please subscribe, share with your league, share with friends, or even just watch it again if you need to go back and see what I'm talking about. Here I'm going to take another kickoff. We're going to get into some more gameplay and the breakdowns of how I see what I see while I play and how to make you better. Starting from the right hash, again, you're going to see me move to the left side of the field where I have the most room to play. In this case, enough to get the first, but not really anything to get creative or extend the play much further. But here, that opens me up then to use the right side of the field. And depending on what read I see, I have a block set up, straight line between me and the defensive lineman. And then I'm going to move to the outside. And with the right timing, here we see Williams start to break away. When we get to the numbers, that's going to be where we send a bullet pass his way and take it to the outside. Wiggle away for the touchdown. That means you juke to the left side or really just pull the joystick so that your defender will dive and miss like you see in some of my previous videos. That is one of my favorite moves to use. That extends plays beyond belief. If you're watching this and you don't understand something that I'm talking about, leave a comment. I'm more than happy to go back through and respond to you guys, show you what I'm looking at, or even send personal messages or make more detailed videos. As we get through this last portion here, I just want to make sure that if there's anything that anybody wants from me, you go through the comment section, request a new video. I'm trying to get more and more content out as we go. But like many of you that play this video game, I have a full-time job just like you guys. While I have a lot of common plays that I use, I don't start each League versus League the same way. It would be too boring to do it that way. But when I do start, after I've done the first drive, it's a pretty commonly good practice to continue with that same sequence of plays so that you know your opponent hasn't changed the counters on you, or you don't go searching for counters you don't need to find. Here, this is a new look on Trips Corner Strike. You're going to see a blitz, and that gives you the ability to then sprint to the outside. And in this case, I'm able to extend the play quite a bit, and I'm almost able to get past this defender for a touchdown. Now here I'm going to show you an example of why I cycle through plays the way that I do, because every so often I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to call a play that's not in my normal sequence, and it's just asking to get yourself countered or to make a mistake and throw a silly pick. So here I'm going with empty trip slant under, which is a very, very good play. I look for the flex receiver on the right hand side, in this case is Ted Ginn, and I'm going to open up after the snap you're going to see it's a high snap, which tells you right away that it's countered. But then here's my field of vision. Williams is moving to the left-hand side, and Ginn is going to be one-on-one. But in a counter situation, you don't want to make that pass. I do try to hit Williams this time and miss. But now I'm going to go, I realize that I made a mistake, and I'm going to go back to things that I've tested in the previous drive. And then here on spread FL drag, I've got Reed with a big opportunity for yards after catch. If I keep going straight, I'm going to get tackled. I'll miss it. So I'm going to juke by swiping down on my screen. That changes the direction of the defender and gives me the ability to get that extra 1.5 yards to get into the end zone. Thanks again for watching, you guys. I hope this helps you in your league versus league play. I've got a lot of videos in the works. With the full-time job, I try to get them out as quick as possible to you guys. But definitely send me some comments. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like, and we'll see you next time.